Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe my channel. Alright, let's talk about a moment that lit up social media and had everyone buzzing because, let's be real, a good, shocking, hilarious TV moment is what we live for. We've all seen Drew Carey, the lovable host of The Price is Right, with his signature glasses and warm, friendly demeanor. He's the guy who helps people win cars and vacations, the epitome of daytime TV wholesomeness. But then, he stepped into a different kind of square. The Hollywood Squares reboot. And let me tell you, it was a moment. A big moment. One that proves that even the most family-friendly faces can still have that edgy, comedic spark that made them famous in the first place. You can almost hear the record scratch from here. The episode in question had Drew in one of those iconic boxes, and the question was asked by host Nate Burleson. According to the classic slogan, "What tastes so good that cats ask for it by name?" Now, if you grew up in a certain era, you know the answer to this without a second thought. It's been drilled into our brains for decades. But Drew, with a mischievous grin that you don't often see on the Price is Right stage, decided to take a little detour. He didn't just give the wrong answer. He gave a shockingly and hilariously explicit answer. He replied, "This cat says, your mama's pussy." The entire studio audience erupted. You could see the other celebrities in their squares, including Drew Barrymore, reacting with a mix of genuine shock and pure, unadulterated laughter. Nate Burleson, the host, had to call a timeout to let the moment settle. The producers, bless their hearts, had to slap a big, fat Hollywood Squares logo over his mouth and bleep out the words. It was a beautiful, chaotic miss. This wasn't just a funny moment. It was a masterclass in controlled chaos. It reminds us that Drew Carey is, first and foremost, a stand-up comedian. He's a veteran of improv comedy and late-night television. Before he was handing out cars on CBS, he was cracking up audiences with his biting wit and relatable humor on The Drew Carey Show and Whose Line Is It Anyway? And that's what made this joke land so perfectly. It was a flash of the old Drew, the one who wasn't afraid to push the boundaries and get a little bit wild. It was a stark contrast to his Price is Right persona, which is exactly why it was so memorable. He wasn't being a robot. He was being himself. And that's a powerful thing to witness in a world where so much of what we see on TV feels scripted and manufactured. This one joke, a single line in a reboot of a classic game show, did more than just get a laugh. It created a viral moment. It got people talking. It became a topic of conversation across every social media platform. People were sharing clips, making memes, and debating whether it was too much or just the right amount of wrong. It's a lesson for all of us. Authenticity sells. The most memorable moments in entertainment aren't the ones that are perfectly planned and polished. They're the ones that feel real, a little bit raw, and completely unexpected. Drew Carey's lewd joke on Hollywood Squares wasn't just a moment of comedic brilliance. It was a high five to his fans, a knowing wink that said, "I'm still me." And that, my friends, is a brand of comedy that's not just funny, it's unforgettable. It's the kind of moment that makes you lean into the screen and say, "Did he just say that?" So next time you see Drew Carey on The Price is Right, remember that behind the microphone and the million-dollar prizes is a man who can and will drop a jaw-dropping joke when you least expect it. And honestly, we wouldn't have it any other way.